Hi and welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I want to talk about the 250 listings I published on Etsy and if it was worth it. Let me know in the comments down below if you think 250 listings is a lot or if you have more listings in your Etsy shop. As a background of my Etsy journey, I started on the 1st of May 2023. So I'm on Etsy for 1 year and 1 month now. And in that time, I managed to create 250 listings. In this video, I go into a little bit more detail what these 250 listings are and when I publish these 250 listings throughout my 1 year and 1 month on Etsy. For your info, I sell printables, PDFs in the productivity space. So I would say it is quite a competitive niche, but within that niche, I have found a few nuggets people are really interested in, and I'm working on more research to find more suitable products. But let's get started. I shared an overview of when I publish my products in another video where I talk about all the details of being on Etsy for 1 year if you want to check it out. Otherwise, let's go through the chart so you get a better picture of how much time I spent creating those 250 listings and what the timeline was. So as I mentioned, I started in May 2023 and my goal was to publish 1 listing per day. That means I wanted to publish like around 30 listings per month. And I did that in May 2023, and then in June it meant I had 60 listings at the end of the month. In July I had 90 listings, so I really managed to stay consistent and create a digital product each day, or sometimes obviously I spent the whole day creating different products and then I published 1 each day. So obviously there are many different digital products, so you really have to see what you can do. With printables it's a bit easier to create them, so ask yourself how complex is your product to create and how much time do you need to create a product, and of course have a look of the price of your product. I created a lot of 1-page, 2-page PDFs which I priced around $2-3, so quite cheap, and then later on I created binders which had around 40 to 70 pages, which took me definitely a little bit longer. But yeah, by end of August I had 120 listings, end of September I had 150 listings, and then October I had 180 listings. So that is 6 months into my Etsy journey, and then you can see that it slowed down a little bit. I remember I also had a freelance commitment in November and December, so I really didn't have that much time to create listings anymore. So I had around 190 in November, 200 in December, January 210, February 230. So I actually made a binder and also published each single page as an individual listing. March 240, end of April 250. I had quite a bit of success with duplicating my listings because sometimes, you know, I hit a home run with a keyword, or maybe the name of the product sounded very attractive to people. But I remember I had one product which really took off with Etsy ads, and then organically I sold a lot of this product, but then it calmed down. So what I did, I duplicated it and gave it another name, but the product was exactly the same. And then this one picked up again, but not with Etsy ads. It was organically and then also with offsites ads. So it's really interesting what happens sometimes when you create different products, when you use different keywords or just change a little bit like the main thumbnail, you know, you use for a product. You have to do a lot of experiments to see what resonates with people. But yeah, I can say that the last 6 months I didn't create many products and I created more like duplicates as well. So the last 6 months I would say that my Etsy income is fairly passive. And I mentioned it in other videos, I make around $1,000 each month on Etsy. And when I compare it with competitors, I would say that the number of listings I have is still fairly low. I'm talking about printables and PDFs. So I really have to up my game if I want to earn more money, I would say. And it is in the pipeline, but sometimes for me, I have different priorities. But creating printables again is on my list, and I have certain goals for this year. Also, at the moment, it's summertime and sales slow down a little bit, but I'm really looking forward to autumn and winter again because I think the sales will pick up again, and there's so much potential with my shop and selling printables and PDFs that I'm really excited about it. If you want to start on Etsy, then check out my website, femaleincomecreator.com. You will find a few links there. For example, you can join the Slack community where we talk about all things Etsy and other digital products, and I will answer all your questions in the community. And you can join my newsletter. When you sign up, you will get a little ebook with 50 digital product ideas, and soon I will open up for coaching and also have my ebook available on my website. So here is the big question. Is it worth it to start an Etsy shop? What do you think? Yes, yes, yes. I think it's absolutely worth it, but I have to say it still requires quite a bit of work. I feel sometimes people want to open an Etsy shop and think they don't have to put a lot of effort into it. And I think that is a mistake. If you really want to start an Etsy shop, dedicate a lot of time to it. And it doesn't have to be 8 hours per day. But for example, if you can dedicate 2 hours per day, or 10 hours per week, for example, because you have more time at the weekend or in the evening to work on your Etsy shop, really do it and concentrate on your Etsy shop, because it's definitely worth it, but it requires effort. Like I said, I'm making fairly passive income in the last 6 months, and I haven't really done much. In the first 6 months, I hustled, I created a lot, and in the last 6 months, I did a little bit to sustain things, and I make $1,000 each month, which is really great if I think about it. So I can now concentrate on other things and also come back to create new products on Etsy. But what I really like as well, that it has so much potential. You never know what people really love, and it changes, and then Etsy changes. It can sometimes change to your disadvantage, but it also can change to your advantage. And digital products are quite popular on Etsy, so why would you not use Etsy? Especially if you don't have your own audience, if you don't want to or don't have time right now to drive traffic, then Etsy is a good starting point. So of course I will keep you updated with my Etsy shop, and let me know if you also want to start your own Etsy shop. Let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!